Hello Gemini, and welcome to your September 2024 reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope all is well in your world today. We are going to be using these Colette Baron Reid Spirit Animal cards. They're really beautiful, so we'll use these to get a general feel, a general energy of your reading, or whatever you need to know alongside your reading, and then we'll use the Rider-Waite deck to find a little bit more in-depth information about this month for you. So don't forget, this is for you if you are Gemini, Sun, Moon or Rising. It's a general reading, so take what you want from it and leave behind what doesn't resonate. So let's get into it. Should we find some nice cards for you? These beautiful spirit animal cards. Find 3 cards for your general energy or for whatever you need to know alongside your reading today. So, Gemini, we have Giraffe Spirit, see the bigger picture. We have Moth Spirit, surrender now. And we have the Wasp Spirit, sometimes life stings. Let's hope not, hey? So I think this is good advice for you this month. I think maybe you may need to step back a little bit from something that's happening, and just to let whatever's happening flow over you, to maybe not get too involved, and to stay that big step back from things and just let things play out as they are meant to. Maybe it's going to be something that's not actually yours to get involved in, but let's have a little bit of a closer look at what's going on for you, or what has been going on, because we'll do your recent past energy. I've just lost a card already. We've got one that's just popped out. It's a 7 of Wands. I'll just pick this one up. It won't be a moment. We've got the King of Wands as well. So 2 wands, some wand energy, fire energy, action energy. Okay, for your recent past, Gemini, let's have a little look. Okay, Knight of Wands. So this says to me that maybe there's been something that you've been having to defend yourself, or you feel like you've been having to defend yourself about, a situation where others have questioned your choices potentially. And we've got the King of Wands, and he is very confident in his actions. He knows where it is that he wants to go next, and he knows exactly how to get there and what he needs to do that. So maybe this is you moving forward in something. It could be you moving a job, it could be you moving home, moving areas, but there's going to be some resistance in some way to that, but you are feeling very confident about how you're going to do it, about the fact that it's the right thing for you. And I just think you need to hold on to that energy, because only you knows you and what's best for you. And the Knight of Swords. Now he can be the card of maybe rushing into things a little bit too quickly, where all the information's not there. So maybe that is, that's maybe what you're having a little bit of resistance from others about. Maybe they feel like you are rushing into things too quickly. Maybe you are. Maybe you need to just, use this King of Wands energy to really just hang fire a little minute, really probe deeply into what's happening, what's going on within you, and weigh up the situation. Sort of connecting your heart and your head, maybe write things down, maybe help you see things a little bit clearer, to figure out whether this is actually what it is you want to be doing. So that King of Wands energy is really good energy to step into, because it's all about, moving forward, but doing it with confidence and knowing that you're doing the right thing. So maybe just taking some time to just check that everything all lines up for you before you actually throw yourself into it with the Knight of Swords without having all of the information. So let's have a couple of other cards there to clarify. We've got the Three of Pentacles, we've got the Nine of Wands, and we have the Three of Swords. So the Three of Pentacles is about working with others to get a project done. So maybe this change that you're looking to move towards requires some assistance from other people, some input from other people, and maybe that's why you're where you're having disagreement, maybe some resistance from others, because you're working as a team and you've got a fixed idea about what you want to happen, and maybe they don't disagree with it. We've also got the Nine of Wands, which is the wounded soldier. He's been through a lot, and he's reflecting on the things he's been through, but he's not giving up. He is resilient, and he is determined to still move forward. So maybe again that is your energy, that you have been through a lot, you've learnt a lot through everything that you've been through, and you're not giving up because you've really got your eye on the prize. You know what it is, where it is that you want to be heading. We've got the Three of Swords, which can be the card of loss and heartbreak. So you could have been through a very difficult time in the recent past, or even further past, and that is sort of pushing you forward to make these changes. But I think you need to be careful to not let your heart maybe rule your head. Again, we're back to this King of Wands energy. Obviously, you know what's good for you, but you need to make sure that you've crossed the T's and dotted the I's to make sure that you're not rushing into something based on a knee-jerk reaction by the stuff that's happened to you in the past. So it's just really grounding yourself, because he's quite a grounded character, despite the fact that he's got quite fiery energy, because he is the element of fire. He does look very secure and very grounded. He's got his staff attached firmly to the ground, and he knows he knows that any decisions he makes are the right decisions. So this is what you need to sort of pull together, really consider everything, every possible angle to get to this strong, confident King of Wands energy. So let us look at I've just thrown all the cards on the floor again. The current energy for the moment, what's happening at the moment. Let me just pick those cards up, Gemini. Do apologise. Forever throwing cards. Shockingly bad shuffling. Okay, so some current energy for Gemini. Okay, oh, there are far too many. Thank you very much. I'm going to have that because that's just launched itself onto my knee. It's the Ten of Swords. There's a lot of Ten of Swords energy around at the moment, and that's sort of the end of a difficult time and a new beginning. We've got the Lovers, and we've got the Five of, I've got hiccups. The Five of Cups. We have the Six of Cups, and we have the Devil, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so like I've just said, you may have been having a difficult time in the recent past, but I think things have started to come to a head, as we've just seen in your past energy, and now you're beginning to move forward. But as we sort of begin to move forward, you have to make choices. You have to make choices about what you want, where you're heading. Are you going to do it this way? Are you going to do it that way? And there may be others that you've got to consider. during this movement forward. And I think this is maybe where you've got some resistance coming from. Obviously, we had the card of teamwork back there, but that doesn't have to be when you're working with others. It doesn't actually have to mean working. It could be that it's in your home setting. So the people that you love, that you may be in a relationship with on an intimate level, or family members. But whatever changes that you're feeling like you want to make is going to have an impact on others. And I think maybe at the moment you're feeling a little bit challenged because of that. We've got the Five of Cups, and he's looking downwards at him. He's got 5 cups, and the 3 cups that are in front of him have tumbled over, but he's actually got 2 cups that are still upright behind him. So you may be looking at the situation and thinking, this is really challenging and really difficult, and I'm going to, I'm maybe losing this if I move forward in the way that I want to. But be aware that as certain things go out of our life, we sometimes have other things that maybe we've not noticed at the side that we can then that are waiting there to come in from the wings and to become a part of our daily life. So I think it's really important to not feel like you are losing everything, because there are actually other things around you that are equally as beneficial to you, and that could be really helpful in your day-to-day life. That could be a really important part of your day-to-day life. And you're not losing it all. You've still got some stuff there. So maybe that's something that you need to sort of explain and impress on the people that you're living with, that the people that are part of your daily life. And maybe that's the challenge that you're coming up against, because you're having to defend your position, defend your choices, and maybe the people that are in your life are maybe feeling like they're going to be losing some part of their routine, their life. But there's actually other things that can come in and replace that. We've got the 6 of Cups, and that can be the card of nostalgia. So, when we're making changes, it's very, very easy to look at the past with rose-tinted spectacles and to think that the way that things were the best way, and just to look at it fondly and think, oh well, I'm going to be losing this if I move forward, if things change. And, the past is the past, and how things were is great, and you have to enjoy that and remember that and embrace it and have it within your heart and within your memories. But life rolls on. Things aren't meant to stay the same, and when things stay the same, things can start to feel quite stagnant and start to feel blocked, and the energy around things when you stay the same it becomes quite blocked and quite stagnant. Energy needs to flow, and by moving on, by making changes, by making tweaks and doing little things within your life that are going to bring in new change, is only going to be beneficial for you. We've got the Devil card here as well as a clarifier, and this can speak of being stuck in old patterns of behaviour and being stuck in things that maybe aren't for your good, and this can, like I say, speak of patterns of behaviour. So maybe you're sort of clinging on to how things were, looking at the past because you're too fearful to move forward, because the Devil is often the root of the Devil card is often a place of negative emotions. So that can be fear, that can be anger, and that can be jealousy. And I think in this case it's fear of moving on, fear of moving forward, because of the fear of the unknown, which is natural, which is normal. We all have this to a degree, some of us more than others. And I think this has just popped up to remind you that it's okay to move on. It's okay for things to change, and to just try not to be stuck in that same old patterns. I think life throws at us the same patterns. In my opinion, I feel like we have life lessons within our life, and things that we have to learn, that we've come here to learn. And so that gets thrown at us in repeat patterns. If we don't learn it, then we get to have a similar scenario a little bit down the line, which is, you know, we have to learn from our past mistakes and make different choices. And the Devil card can often keep us in that same old energy of reverting back to our coping mechanisms, about the choices that we make, but doing the same old things day in and day out, year in, year out, when these things come towards us. So I think it's really important to try and break that Devil energy. You see, I won't show you because it's got naked people in it, and YouTube algorithm doesn't like that apparently. So we've got two people, a man and a woman. They've both got chains. They're connected to each other with a chain, and you know they're going through the same old cycles. And I think, you know, it's time to break that cycle, to make some new choices, to make some different changes, so that you can move onwards and move towards this place of abundance, this lovely Queen of Pentacles energy. She's surrounded by beauty. She's surrounded by all the lovely things in life. She's holding onto a pentacle, looking down at it fondly, because she's the richest queen in the pack. She's very good with attracting all the good things in life towards her. And I think by making these changes, by moving forward, by not being afraid to about the things that you've lost, because new things are waiting to come in from the wings to replace those things in life that you feel, that you perceive that you're going to lose, and you know, you're attracting all this new abundance towards you. So let us find, I've done it again, let us find some future energy for you. See, I'm looking up at these lovely animal spirit cards, and we've got to see the bigger picture. So, you know, again, take those few steps back and look at everything as a whole. Look at, you know, how things could be. The things that, like I say, this Five of Cups, he's got the 3 cups in front of him that are over, the 2 cups at the back, they're still upright, so they're still really good. He's got a few options, a few things that are there for him that he didn't realise. He's feeling all this loss and grief, but really this other stuff. And that, by taking a few steps back and being able to look at the whole scenario from a distance, from a disconnected place, then you can see what you actually have now. So, future energy for Gemini for the month of September. Okay, one day I'll learn to shuffle. Well, actually it's been 20 odd years, so I don't think I will, but never mind. Right, the Hermit we have as our future energy, the Sun, and Death. So that's a really good card. It's the card of endings and new beginnings. So the Hermit card is all about you shining your light, having acquired all of the knowledge that you have learnt and absorbed and let in throughout all of the years, all of your inner knowledge and wisdom, and then sharing that with others. So when we say sharing that with others, that could be referring to this Lover's card, the card of your connections, your maybe love interest, or the person that is really close to you, in order to help them to see the bigger picture and to see how the changes and the things that you are moving away from, moving towards, are going to be beneficial for you. Because we have the Sun here. That is literally the best card in the tarot pack. The Sun, it speaks of abundance, of joy, of happiness, of all the good things in life. And you've got that in your future energy. So, you know, whatever it is that you've got going on, that's happened happening at the moment and in your recent past, it's all going to turn out good. It's, you know, you've got the Sun. We have the Death card, which is, I always think, is a really, really great card, because it is the card of new beginnings, of the old way of being, the old way of doing things dying, and something new and fresh coming in, and the new dawn is upon you, basically, because we've got the dawn coming up in the background here in the 10 of Swords, which we had in our current energy. The new dawn is also here. He's also got his hand in the symbol of a blessing, so it can be a blessing in disguise. So despite the fact that things have felt really difficult and it's all come to a head, and now things are going to start being rebuilt, and new things are going to happen, new things are going to come in, it's a blessing, because it's how things are meant to be, because things need to sometimes break down to make that change, to move onwards. So let us have a few cards for your clarifying energy. One's gone on the floor in usual form. I'll take that one, and I'll have two more. We have the 2 of Wands and the 5 of Wands. And we have the Judgment card. So, wow, we've got Judgment card is the card of rebirth, of renewal. And so we've got that as well as the Death card. So I think it's fair to say that you are off before the end of September for a brand new start, for a new rebirth. You are coming at things from a completely different way. You've had a bit of a maybe epiphany moment where you are just starting to see things in a whole different way. You've started moving towards your joys, moving towards your passions, and you are just coming at things from a completely different place, and everything is going to start feeling more positive in it and moving forward in a better way. We also have this 2 of Wands card, which is you having the world in your hands and looking towards what is next for you and moving towards it, because obviously Wands are cards of action. So you are really actively moving towards your place in the sun. We have the 5 of Wands, which can be the card of conflict and of struggling to get things done. So let's have a couple of cards to see why we've got that here, because it's quite conflicting despite the fact we have these other positive cards here. Let's just see why it's here and what you're going to be struggling with. We've got the 10 of Cups. That's just popped out to clarify it. And the Knight of Wands. So I think this is just to say that you are coming through the challenges that you had. You know, things aren't always easy when we make changes and when we move forward and we shake things up a bit. We move the energy. It's not always easy. It can be challenging. It can be difficult. But we've got the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is literally, you know, happy family, the joy, happiness, all of those lovely things that we all are working towards in our life. And we've got the Knight of Wands, and that's really, really pushing forward towards your hopes, your dreams, your passions, your joys. Yeah, so I think this month is going to be a really great month for you. And you know, despite the fact that there may be a few ups and downs, I think you've just got to try and go with the flow. You've got to take a step back and to look at things from a bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture from a bit of a distance. Detach yourself a little bit to look at things and see things in a clearer way. Let me just get 3 cards for you for a little bit of guidance and a bit of an overview of this month. We've got the 8 of Swords, we've got the Hierophant, and we've got the 8 of Pentacles. So the 8 of Swords is all about you being in a set way of thinking that is of your own making. And this can often come when we don't share, when we don't talk and we don't say things out loud, because we allow ourselves to overthink self-sabotage, to overanalyze things, and this can often happen when we're not sharing. So I think maybe this month you have got to try and share your worries, share your thoughts, share your anxieties with others, talk things out, and sort things out, because when we say things out loud, they lose their power quite often. And also, you know, when we say things out loud, things can become clearer. It can help us find clarity. We've got the Hierophant as well, which is, he's got the symbol of blessings as well. So, you know, it is a blessing. Whatever's happening for you throughout this month, it's a blessing, and you need to embrace that. He can also be the card of creating, of organising, of creating structure and of stability and of routine. So maybe you need to do a little bit of that to make this month flow a little bit easier, to try and get a little bit more organised, to try and put a little bit more routine into your daily life, to help you move forward in whatever it is that you've got going on in your life this month. And we've got the 8 of Pentacles, and that is about honing your skills, about working hard on something. It could be your job, it could be anything. It could be your skills as a plasterer within your home. It could be your relationship with somebody. You could be working hard on that, which I think it could be the case. It could be just working hard on yourself sometimes, on the way that you are working through life. You know, you may be very aware of some of the things that you do, maybe this self-criticism, like the devil card, falling into old patterns of behaviour, and it just could be you just having to work hard to hone, you know, the way that you think in a more positive way. So Gemini, sounds like you're in for a month, and a very positive month by the end of it. You might have a few challenges throughout. I'd love to know how you get on with the month. I'd love for you to like and to maybe subscribe if you've enjoyed the reading, and I really hope to see you again next month. So take care, have a great day, and I will see you again in October.